It was a stormy Sunday morning in Portwell. Thousands gathered at the House of Divine Fire Ministries, praying for healing, hope, and miracles. All eyes were on one woman, Prophetess Veronica Miles. They called her the Oracle. She claimed to hear from heaven, but what if her power came from somewhere else?
It was a stormy Sunday morning in the city of Portwell. Lightning cracked across the sky as crowds flooded into the marble sanctuary of House of Divine Fire Ministries. They came with broken bones, broken dreams, and desperate prayers. All for one reason: Prophetess Veronica Miles. She was known across the continent as the Oracle. She had a perfect smile, a silk voice, and an uncanny ability to know the secrets you never told a soul. People said she could summon rain in dry seasons, heal the blind, and cast out demons with a whisper. But not everyone was convinced. Clara Jensen, a soft-spoken nurse who had started attending the church after her fiancé's accident, had doubts she couldn't ignore, especially when the man who rose from his wheelchair last Sunday was the same man she saw jogging past her clinic 2 days earlier. Veronica hadn't always been famous. 10 years ago, she was just a struggling preacher's daughter working a cleaning job to support her mother. But after years of going unnoticed, she met a mysterious preacher named Pastor Lucien Rivers at a private pastor's retreat. "You want real power?" he asked. He spoke of a secret society, one that offered influence, visibility, and supernatural gifts. All it required was loyalty and a single sacrifice. That night, Veronica walked barefoot into the sea under the moonlight and gave up something she could never take back: her womb and her bloodline. In return, she was reborn. Within 2 years, Veronica's church exploded in popularity. Crowds came from all over. Miracles multiplied. She introduced a strange item during one service: a small handheld mirror. "This," she said, "is the reflection of heaven. When you speak to it each morning, your soul will align with destiny." Each member took one home, unaware that the mirrors were dark tools tied to a marine altar. Through the mirrors, Veronica could watch them, their homes, their weaknesses, their secrets. And during Sunday service, she would reveal them with divine accuracy. It was all performance, precision, power. One Sunday, a man named Ethan Moore came forward with his wife. He had just returned from the UK. Quiet man, a tech entrepreneur. Veronica's eyes lit up. "Brother Ethan," she called. "The Lord has shown me something urgent." Ethan froze. "Your destiny clock is running low. Your success has attracted spiritual thieves." Gasps echoed. Ethan's wife clutched his arm, terrified. Veronica leaned in. "If you want to live to see your 35th birthday, a life offering must be made. Not in flesh, but in value. The Lord requires a financial seed. Something painful." After some hesitation, Ethan gave her a check. $500,000. He thought he was buying life, but he was only feeding her empire. Clara couldn't stay silent anymore. She began documenting, watching, gathering stories from members who were once poor but had given all they had and were still waiting for their miracle. Then came the night. She followed Veronica to a hidden path near her estate. At exactly midnight, Veronica emerged from her mansion in a flowing black robe, holding a bowl filled with coins, feathers, and what looked like teeth. She walked into the river, and then her body began to shift. Scales rippled across her legs. Her eyes glowed bright green. Her spine twisted. Her voice began chanting something ancient, not of this world. Clara fell to her knees, barely able to breathe. Veronica Miles wasn't just a fraud. She was something else entirely. Something ancient. Something terrifying. The next service, Veronica spotted Clara immediately. "Sister Clara," she said, her voice unusually calm. "Come forward. The Lord has a word for you." Crowd murmured. Clara's heart raced as she walked to the altar. Veronica placed a hand on her head and whispered, "Some things are better left in darkness. Be careful what you try to expose." Clara said nothing, but that night she released everything. The recordings, the photos, testimonies, and the world erupted. Media outlets picked up the story. Former church members came forward with more shocking confessions. Hired actors for fake miracles, secret backdoor payments, children used in staged exorcisms, strange disappearances linked to her river estate. Authorities moved in. Veronica tried to flee but was caught boarding a flight under a fake name. She was charged with large-scale fraud, ritual practices, and manipulation. Clara stood before a crowd of reporters. Not all who wear robes walk in light. Not every miracle is holy. Some are crafted, sold, and consumed by those desperate for hope. She urged people to seek truth, question, to open their eyes. Veronica's church was shut down, but the scars she left behind still healed slowly. What would you have done if you were Clara? Do you believe in modern miracles, or do you think some of them are performances? Comment below. Like, share, and subscribe for more stories like this one.